Before the world knew his name, before stadiums chanted it, before records bent in his presence, there was a boy from a small, forgotten island who refused to accept the limits placed on him. He was not born into greatness. He was born into struggle. No shortcuts, no privilege, no guarantees. Only hunger, discipline, and an obsession that would never let him rest. This is not just a football story. It is a story about sacrifice, pressure, doubt, pain, and an unbreakable will. This is the full story of Cristiano Ronaldo.
The name is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos. Aveiro was born on February 5, 1985 in Funchal on the island of Madeira, Portugal. His family lived a modest and difficult life. Money was always tight and opportunities were limited. His father worked as a kit man for a local football club and struggled with personal demons while his mother worked tirelessly to provide for the family and protect her children. Their home was small, crowded, and loud, but inside Cristiano lived a dream far bigger than his surroundings. From an early age, football consumed him. He played in the streets for hours, chasing the ball across rough ground, concrete roads, and narrow alleys. He played until his legs ached and his lungs burned. Losing made him emotional. Winning was never enough. Even as a child, he demanded more from himself than anyone else did. Football was not entertainment for him. It was escape, purpose, and identity. School was a struggle. Teachers complained about his behavior and lack of focus. Classmates mocked his accent, his poverty, and his ambition. He was laughed at for dreaming beyond his reality. But when he had a football at his feet, everything changed. The ball listened to him when people did not. Football gave him confidence when life did not. His talent was clear early on. He joined Andorinha, then Nacional, and soon Sporting CP noticed him. But the greatest challenge of his young life came at just 12 years old when he left Madeira and his family to join Sporting CP's academy in Lisbon. He was still a child, alone in a big city surrounded by strangers. Nights were long and painful. He cried himself to sleep many times, missing his mother and home. Other boys mocked his Madeiran accent and doubted his ability. Many would have quit. Cristiano stayed. He trained harder than everyone else. He arrived early, stayed late, and worked when others rested. He turned loneliness into fuel and pain into discipline. Then fate tested him cruelly. Doctors discovered a heart condition that could have ended his career before it began. Surgery was required and everything was at risk. The operation was successful, and within days, Cristiano returned to training, refusing to slow down. From that moment on, fear lost its power over him. In 2003, Sporting CP played a friendly match against Manchester United. Cristiano played without fear, attacking defenders relentlessly, dribbling past experienced professionals and showing confidence beyond his age. Manchester United players were stunned. After the match, they urged their manager Sir Alex Ferguson to sign him immediately. Ferguson saw not just talent, but obsession, hunger, and discipline. Within days, Cristiano Ronaldo became a Manchester United player at just 18 years old. England was unforgiving. The league was fast, physical, and brutal. A place where talent alone was not enough, and weakness was exposed without mercy. Cristiano arrived young, thin, and full of flair, and the Premier League welcomed him with aggression and skepticism. He inherited the number 7 shirt, a number heavy with history and expectation, a number worn by legends who demanded greatness. Every touch was watched, every mistake was magnified. Defenders kicked him, pulled him, tried to intimidate him. Crowds mocked him. Critics laughed at his stepovers and dismissed him as selfish, flashy, and ineffective. They said he played for himself. They said he would never survive English football. Cristiano heard every word. Instead of shrinking, he worked. While others rested, he trained. While others celebrated, he returned to the gym. He transformed his body piece by piece, turning speed into power, flair into efficiency, potential into dominance. He added muscle, strength, and balance. He sharpened his finishing, studied positioning, improved decision-making, and learned when to pass and when to strike. Mentally, he hardened himself. He learned patience. He learned discipline. Slowly, the tricks became weapons. The dribbles became decisive. The criticism faded as goals arrived. The goals turned into trophies, and the boy once mocked became the standard. By the 2007-2008 season, Cristiano Ronaldo was no longer just talented. He was unstoppable. He scored from everywhere with both feet, with his head, from distance under pressure. He carried Manchester United through decisive moments, delivered in the biggest matches, and thrived when expectations were highest. He led the club to Premier League dominance and Champions League glory, standing on the biggest stage in world football and owning it completely. When he lifted the Ballon d'Or, it was not a surprise, it was confirmation. Cristiano Ronaldo had become the best footballer in the world. But success did not soften him, it sharpened him. He believed he could go further, higher, and faster than anyone before him. In 2009, he made the most demanding move of his life, joining Real Madrid for a world record fee. The pressure was immediate and relentless. 90,000 fans filled the Santiago Bernabeu expecting perfection from the first touch. The media followed his every move. Every goal was expected, every failure was magnified. Cristiano did not hide from it, he embraced it. From his debut goal onward, he made it clear that pressure was not his enemy, it was his fuel. Season after season, he delivered goals that seemed impossible. Moments that changed matches, performances that defined eras. He broke record after record, rewriting the history of Real Madrid, becoming the club's all-time top scorer and the face of its modern dominance. His rivalry with Lionel Messi pushed football into an entirely new dimension. Every season became a duel. Every record became temporary. Every achievement demanded an answer. Cristiano refused to be outworked, refused to fall behind, refused to slow down. The rivalry was not built on hatred, but on obsession, on two players forcing each other to levels the sport had never seen. In the biggest Champions League nights, when pressure crushed others, Cristiano rose. Knockout stages became his stage. Finals became his moments. He did not avoid responsibility, he demanded it. Behind the scenes, his discipline became legendary. Cristiano treated his body like a machine built for excellence. Ice baths were routine. Diets were strict and calculated. Sleep was controlled. Training was relentless. Recovery was not optional. He treated recovery like competition and competition like war. Excellence was not something he hoped for or waited for. It was something he demanded daily, regardless of fatigue, success, or age. Despite everything he achieved at club level, one dream continued to haunt him: international glory with Portugal. Critics followed him there too, claiming he could not deliver for his country, saying his greatness disappeared when the weight of a nation rested on his shoulders. Tournament after tournament brought heartbreak and disappointment. Then came Euro 2016. Portugal reached the final, and fate struck cruelly when Cristiano was injured early in the match. As he left the pitch in tears, it seemed the dream had ended again. But instead of disappearing, he transformed. He became a leader on the sidelines, shouting instructions, motivating teammates, believing when doubt was everywhere. Portugal won. Cristiano Ronaldo collapsed in tears, not for personal glory but for his country. He had finally given them everything. Later, he chose another challenge, moving to Juventus. A new country, a new league, a new style of football. The doubts returned immediately. Too old, too different, too late. Cristiano answered the same way he always had, with work, with goals, with titles. He dominated Italian football, proved greatness adapts, and showed that obsession does not age. In 2021, he returned to Manchester United. Emotion filled the stadium. History returned home. He scored immediately, carried the team repeatedly, and delivered when others disappeared. But the club had changed. Leadership was weak. Structure was broken. Standards had fallen. Frustration grew. Silence followed. Respect faded. An explosive interview ended the chapter, leaving Cristiano once again standing alone. When he moved to Saudi Arabia, the world mocked him. They called it retirement, decline, the end. Once again, they misunderstood him. Cristiano did not follow football. Football followed Cristiano. Stadiums filled. Standards rose. Global attention shifted. Young players dreamed bigger. He kept scoring. He kept demanding excellence. He trained like a man chasing something unfinished. Even as age advanced, his discipline never faded. His body remained sharp. His mind remained unbreakable. Cristiano Ronaldo was never perfect. He was emotional, arrogant, controversial. But legends are not built from comfort. They are built from obsession, sacrifice, and refusal to surrender. From a small island in Madeira to the world stage, Cristiano Ronaldo proved one eternal truth. Talent opens the door. Obsession keeps it open. This is the story of Cristiano Ronaldo. And long after the final whistle, long after the stadiums fall silent, his name will still be spoken.